I wanted to talk a little bit about the notion of being the chosen one. I have been actually meeting a lot of chosen ones in my life, especially when it comes to dating. It seems that chosen ones have this notion of coming together in some ways, whether it's like platonic or romantic or in some ways. So I have this strong feeling that people that I have had friendships with, or I am friends with, or like even from an early age, they are probably also chosen ones, and so we were probably attracted to each other's energy because of that. But I wanted to also kind of talk a little bit about like the pattern that I have been seeing within the men that I have been dating regarding chosen ones and what it means for me. I find that being the chosen one doesn't mean that you're special or like it's like you're above everybody else at all. Being the chosen one simply means that you are the person in your lineage of your family that is going to have resources to break the generational curse. That's what is being the chosen one is. I, for example, I don't think I would have been able to like at least work on my generational trauma and healing if I was back home. My birthday is July 1st. It's very interesting, which means that like, and July 1st is Canada Day, and I don't think this is a coincidence. I was supposed to be here. I was supposed to like come here, and my dad received his residency here, and so which is why I think my entire family moved here. So I was the person in the lineage of my family who was going to have the resources to break the generational curse, do the work of healing, which I have been doing, so I'm very proud of myself about that. So that is just what chosen one means, that you're gonna have resources. The other thing that the pattern that I see in the men that I've been dating is that they're oftentimes, I find that stuck in this place of ego, being the chosen one, and in some ways they have this feeling of like, I have something special, like I'm special, like they have kind of have this notion of that, like they know about that about them, and they are, like not by any means they're not, they are, but I think being stuck in the ego of that is the problem. Because you can be the chosen one, but you cannot have this ego within you being the chosen one. And although you do go through the process of like initially discovering being the chosen one, like, oh my gosh, I'm special, and then you go through the process of like, okay, now that sounds like a lot of responsibility, and then you get to the place of like, okay, it just means that I just come to the place of like being authentic, self-healing, and then just those things. And so being the chosen one means, and I feel called to share this video, and it's probably because the people within my Instagram and Facebook, they need to hear this, and most of them are probably chosen ones too, I wonder. So I'm just like thinking about chosen ones from the context of like, it's not a badge of honor you kind of like carry with you by any means, although it is like okay to be proud to be that. I think it is more so coming into the place of seeing being a chosen one from the place of responsibility, from the place of humbleness, groundedness, and breaking those egos. Right? That is the main purpose, is to break those egos so that you can come to a place of this gratitude. Gratitude isn't easy at all. And I find that the men that I have been dating I would even say last 10 years, Probably the men that I've dated are all chosen ones too. I'm just wondering because I'm realizing that they have a way of coming to each other's like contact with each other. But I think the pattern that I have been seeing is more so they're stuck in their ego because they think they're special, and so they're stuck in their ego of like, oh, I don't have to do any work because I am like special. And so that is when the destructive cycle begins. We all have free will when we come to earth, and so even though you may be the chosen one, which means you're going to have resources to break the generational curse and do the healing work, but if you do not actively choose to do that, you are not going to get to a place of your soul purpose being the chosen one. I hope it makes sense. And I believe that I have been kind of, in terms of my own relationship in this, is that I think I have been coming across these men who have this pattern of ego within themselves about like, I'm special. And so they have a lot of like, they are like egotistical nature, which means that they are within their feminine, like wounded masculine energy, which means that there is something in my energy, wounded feminine energy, that I need to heal at the same time. So it also means that I have work to do, and they have the work to do. And the other aspect to this is also that well, seems I've only dated kind of men who are within their wounded masculine energy my whole life. It seems like that's the pattern. But as I am coming into the place of my whole self, which is my healed feminine energy, I think my tolerance for wounded masculine energy has been very minimal. For example, compared to 7 years of marriage, being with a wounded masculine energy and being within my wounded feminine energy, to 6 months. I was in a relationship 6 months, and then like there was like 2 weeks, or like 1 week, and like now it's like 3 days. I am done with 3 days, 3 dates. That's been my latest record in terms of my tolerance with accepting wounded masculine energy in my life. So there are still like some work to be done, because with 3 days it still has to go to 2 days. 1 day is to like, no, I don't take it, which means I have to come to my feminine, healed feminine energy, which is all about I don't chase, I attract, which is all about like I am in touch with my intuition, like I am the inspiration, I'm the gold, I'm the prize. And so I have to be in that place, which sometimes it feels as like I have to come to a place of my ego. I'm like, that's, you know, kind of sounds weird, but it just is the case, is that you have to come to a place of like ego in many ways, is that like you understand your power, and you understand that you deserve a man who is going to who is willing to be a provider and protector for you, because I see the worth in my intuition, my connection with the spirits, and my